Hey you guys, so I've had lots of questions, people want to know about some specific treatments. And so the first thing we're going to cover is kind of how to do knee treatments. Really effective, works almost every single time. But the only time we can't make it work is if it's actually been ripped, right? So a big rip, you're going to need additional therapies or additional people. But anything other than that, bone on bone, swelling, bruising, anything, we can still fix it. So I want to show you some really easy tongue points that work very, very well. So the first thing, if we're going to work on the knee, the biggest thing is the image, right? We can just use we'll use three images. We'll use the fingers, we'll use the elbow, and we'll use the shoulder. And so obviously you guys can see the elbow to the knee, it's very simple. But the other way we can see the hand, again, if this is the torso, these are the arms, these are the legs. And so if that's the ankle, that's the knee. And there's a point here called 2201, very good for knee pain. Also kind of like Fan Ho J, but the same zone. The other ones you'll see is on the fingers, and then we can add in a couple points. But the knee treatment should go very, very effective. This is one of the few times you'll actually see a tongue point that's somewhat local. And they actually use stomach 36, and you can follow me down here. Stomach 36 is like 7708, but it's just a lot tighter to the bone. And it's right, there's stomach 36, and then as tight as the bone as we can get, there's 7708. So this is the reason I want to show you this. This is somewhat not a local point to the knee, but it is close. So we call that a close distal or a local point. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but we do sometimes somewhat local points in the tongue acupuncture system. Okay, so don't worry that some things are local and distal. But for some of the good points we'll show you, if we come to the hand here, we have 1109 and 1113, which is on the F and the H line on both segments of the finger. And what's really good about these points, you always use them together, 1109, 1113. Very, very good because you can think it's on the pericardium finger. And so pericardium is the heart, the blood circulation, pericardium stomach, pericardium liver, and these are in between the segments. Very, very good for long-term chronic knee pain. Very good for arthritic pain, older people pain, blood flow pain, swelling, all these types of things. I always use 1109, 1113 together, and then we can move into the elbow here. You'll see the 3312, which is heart gate, and that's just 1.5 down from SI8. Whoop, that's a bad needle. 1.5 down from SI8, and that's again going to be very good, usually for inner knee pain. But if you think about the channel relationships and what the small intestine does, I usually like this a lot for like edema, swelling, because you think about the small intestine turbid. And then let me show you the other great tongue point, 4406, is you just drop, this is called Jian Jiang or shoulder center. You drop off 2.5 soon from LI15 right into the muscle. What's really good about this idea here is you've got a shoulder, you've got an elbow, go and follow me. So you've got a shoulder, you've got an elbow, and then you've got fingers. These three spots and these different channels, large intestine, then you've got small intestine, and then you've got pericardium. You've got different channels affecting the knee. And then all we need to do is, the last piece we do is you think about what channel this might be on. Maybe it's the liver, maybe it's a spleen, maybe it's the stomach, whatever have you, and then you add in your guide points. So for her, if she had actual pain on the liver, we would just go down to the shoestring point, liver 3. And then that would guide everything down to the knee. And that could be any guide. If she had liver and spleen, it could be liver 3 and spleen 3 to guide it to those channels. But a very effective way, then back to me. It's a very effective way though, a very easy way to treat pain in the knee. And by using 3 different ideas, 3 different images, 3 different channels, you'll almost always pick up the whole knee anyways. About the other last piece sometimes I'll do, you just think about it. Some people might have long-term bone pain or arthritis or swelling or just long-term anything. You can always add in a Mugwan Gugwan. And this is what's so great about tongue stuff is we get way beyond just channel image, being drunk and putting in 1,000 needles all over the elbow or 1,000 needles all over the knee. We actually can think and be educated, and we can put in Mugwan and we can put in Gugwan. And these 2 points here will get systemic bone swelling. So you've got some targeted specific things for the knee, and then you have some points in for the systemic issue of the whole body. And when you start doing treatments like that versus getting beyond just channel image, you'll have a much bigger effect. And that's a very easy way to treat knee pain day in and day out with everybody, and it almost always works. You might have still one spot of pain here or there you might have to pick apart, or you might have some internal problem, maybe like a Baker's cyst. But this is a very effective, easy way to treat knee pain almost every single time. And as long as you use multiple channels, multiple images, multiple ideas, you almost always nail it. Treat these people a couple times a week for 1 to 4 weeks, done. Maybe throw in some herbs if you can't do enough acupuncture, done. It's a very easy thing to do. Probably one of my, if I had to pick a medicine, one pain, for sure it'd either be like headaches or it'd be knee pain. Very, very consistent. So I hope you enjoy that little idea, that little free thing about treating knees. Everyone's got knee problems. If it's something you can't treat easily, you're going to have issues, but it's something that's very effective. You can darn near build your clinic on it. All right, take care.